Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the hottest, the newest, the grossest, the just absolutely beautiful show that is The Storm. I'm your host, OG Susano, joined by my co-host himself, the man, the myth, the absolute slayer of a man. That is Lightningdajoke. And we've got the very beautiful, very nice, she agreed to come on last minute. So, you know, hey, much love to Abby, AzuraAnarchy. Welcome. Two of the most just absolute insane up-and-coming talent in Call of Duty. If you're ever wondering what Call of Duty is going to look like in the next couple of years, well, you see these three faces right here. So, you know, might as well. Well, we've got quite a bit to talk about. I mean, a lot happened today. You know, yesterday at 3:13 p.m., we unfortunately got the news that Crim6 passed, not passed, what the freak? He passed from being a pro now to a content creator. But before we get to going with that, anybody have anything to say? I know Abby is the first time on the show. How you doing? Welcome. It's good to see you. That's what I think too. I think he's gonna do really good in the content game. But I mean, Mike, what do you think, man? I mean, the big dog. That's what I think too. I think he's gonna do really good in the content game. I mean, yeah, like he literally has one of the he was the most paid, right? Most paid out player until RCDs took over, but I mean that's just inflation. But at the end of the day, you know, he was the most paid out player, you know, most winningest. He had, I mean, you look at the screen right now, 38 championships, 3 world championships, 2014, 2017, and 2020. A 3-year difference. You got to remember that. That's like 3 years of a period between each one. And 1.4 million in earnings. Whew! That is a lot. Hold on, I'm just I mean, it's insane just like what he did in his time. I mean, he talked about it himself. Like he came into the scene and you know, he was talking about it in the video, like he literally, you know, was one of those OGs that like would have to just scramble money. I know like nowadays we can get like more, you know, funding in terms of like organizations and stuff. But back then, I mean, like he said, he literally sold his phone to go to an event, like to pay for a ticket. That's huge. That is huge. I mean, the guy, the commitment out of the guy is absolutely crazy. But moving on from that, I mean, big shout outs to Crim6. I know the guy's going to kill it. He's going to go do what he knows best. And I mean, like Abby was saying, he's got a personality for it. It's not like the guy is coming out of here with like no legs on him, you know, just like no personality, nothing. He literally, I mean, the walkout at Major 4, like the guy's a character. He's going to be okay. It just sucks, but sometimes that's how it is in life where, you know, regardless if you think about if it was the drama or just him just being burnt out, you know, it was sad that he didn't get a spot. And I mean, he even said it himself in the video. You know, he just didn't want to do it no more. So, you know, moving on from that, we've got a big one here. Toronto Ultra. I mean, now it's roster mania time. Toronto Ultra confirmed their roster. I know we were talking about this, Mike, a bit last episode, but you've got Kleenex, Insight, Scrappy, and Standy. What are your thoughts, Abby? Mike, what do you think? I don't think so either. I think this squad has a lot of slaying potential. The biggest thing, like we talked about before, was just that like kind of leadership, opportunities on this team. Yeah, you've got Insight, who's going to be doing a lot of the IGLing, but Standy's a slayer. I mean, we saw him when he came out in Cold War. The guy was absolutely insane. You've got Scrappy. The guy is known just to go and pop off, and I mean. Kleenex he's just a solid player, man, all around. He's got great vibes, great leadership, great, shots on the board, but this is definitely a much of a younger squad. When we talk about Call of Duty now, phasing out a lot of these older pros. I mean, you had that BO4 era where Kleenex and a lot of the other pros like Awakening came into the scene, so they're still a part of that newer generation. I confirm the newer generation to me is like that BO4 onwards now, because a lot of these guys came up during that time, and as we're phasing out a lot of these older players, like Crim 6 we just talked about, I think like these teams are going to be on the rise, that are going to be showing us what they've got, what they're here to prove. And we have, Insight, who, he's still new to the league. This is, I believe, his third year now coming in. So that's going to be huge, considering his pro play level and where he's coming in. And now as an IGL, just from last season, I'm excited to see what these guys got. It's just, where's their head going to be in terms of their leadership? But still, I mean, it's going to be a streaky squad, like Abby said. So now moving on, I mean, what are you saying, Abby? Yeah, I mean, each year I feel like the rosters just get more and more, competitive, and that's going to happen. I mean, when we don't have expansion and we don't have opportunities of just employment for a lot of these older players, the newer players are going to come in, and we're trimming the fat off of these teams where it's just boodle meat, just straight up just competitive teams that are coming out here and just slaying out. So when we talked about Modern Warfare year, it was a lot of those older players. You had a good amount of people that had come into the league: Shotzi, Awakening, Skies, so now as we're getting in towards the third year of the league, I mean, come on, like it's just going to get more and more competitive. And with no roster expansions, no 5v5 or 6v6, I mean, God forbid we go to a 6v6, that'd be absolutely insane. um you know then these teams are just going to get more competitive. You're going to realize, if you have good management, which, I mean, talking about management, they let Marky B go. When you have good management that know how to field rosters, know how to get teams with the perfect amount of chem, I mean, you're gonna have teams like this that just come out cracked out of the gates. And keeping on that note with roster mania, subliners, they officially blow it up. It's all gone. I mean, you've got Hydra left. That's pretty much it. You've gotten rid of Paul. Like, Paul was talking about being a restricted free agent, but they finally let him go. Everybody's talking about him going to the Ravens. So, I mean, we can look at the Chrome document after this. But, I mean, this in my opinion, is a mistake. I think Paul brought a lot to the team at such a short notice that, yeah, you have Kismet and you have Hydra left. But, I mean, in terms of, like, just the whole, like, just organization, you've pretty much blown it up. Yep. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, we know that Skies is most likely going to the New York Subliners. I mean, that's going to be a great AR to be able to help them out. So, I mean, in terms of Skies versus Paul X, I'm definitely taking Skies. So, I agree with you in that. But I just think he brought a lot to the team, man. But, I mean, Abby, what do you think? He was. He was there during the Cold War year. Yeah, I mean, there's some people that are still fighting for their opportunity to stay in the league or get back in the league. I mean, like we talk about the management a little bit more here. You know, they get rid of JP, which I mean, honestly, one of the biggest analytical minds in the scene. This guy brings a lot to the team, and I know we talked about it a little bit before, Michael. With when it comes to these teams and their management, if it's not working out, like Ake said, it's time to start dropping some management, and it's time to start getting some new heads in there to start thinking better. JP, I mean, he was a good analyst. He had a lot of to bring to the table. I would always love watching his like play breakdowns and analyticals in that sense. But I mean, it's a mystery where he goes. Honestly, I mean, like we were talking about it before on Twitter and also like on the last episode. But this is quite literally the most unprecedented like off season of free agency talent. Like everything is just on the table. Like a little kid going to his play chess. There's just all these variables. There's so many that like you could build a god roster. You could build a freaking great coaching staff. Like Phoenix was on the market for a little bit, which I was telling you guys beforehand. It was stupid if he goes away from Seattle Surge. Like the guy's been having a lot of success there. He's been doing great things. And they just confirmed the other a week or last week or a couple of days ago that he's coming back. So thank God. I mean, like it would have literally been a big mistake, in my opinion, if he was gonna leave that. Because I mean, when you have such a great momentum, you change up a organization like Seattle Surge, which in my opinion, I like Seattle Surge, Paris Legion, or excuse me, Vegas Legion now, but talking in the former past tense. Paris, I consider those two organizations you go to end your career and die at, because they were just organizations that didn't have any success, and their like management weren't exactly all there. Nobody was really there in terms of their like just everybody who went there just kind of fell off. And so that's why when I saw him go to Seattle Surge, I was like, okay, this could be an opportunity for change. And clearly, top four at champs this year. That's big dividends from coming from a just 12th place team. I agree. I mean, it's one of those things where these coaches come in and these management people come in and they have a huge impact. So like when we talk about Minnesota, if this year doesn't work out for them, I know I've said it multiple times, but I stand by it. If this year does not work out for those guys, it's time to get rid of the management. You gotta Saint, Looney, friggin' all of them. Just blow it up. What do you think, Abby? And then another one that we saw was Bobble Revan. I mean, say what you want about the guy. I mean, there was a lot of drama that came out from the NYSL camp, and like apparently like Revan wasn't able to talk. He wasn't able to have the effect on the team that he wanted. So I mean, I'm kind of glad that they blew it up because, like, when we had that huge episode on the flank where we got to see, like, just the whole breakdown of what was happening, like, dude, it was honestly just absolutely, it should not have happened, those type of situations, but I mean, when you have rosters that don't work out, when you have team coaches that aren't exactly working together in cohesion, I just think it was a too many cooks in the kitchen type of situation. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, and that's the thing is like when you have too many coaches in those instances, it's kind of hard to really find some form of clarity. And when you have like three coaches that are talking back and forth, not exactly a lot of cohesion, of course the camp is going to be on fire. So I agree with the change. I mean, we saw just how well they did at Major Four. I mean, they brought it back when I talked to Gersh a little bit about it like a couple weeks ago. Like everybody hated each other, and that's actually crazy that everybody hated each other, and then they come out with a run like that. I mean, it's one of those like, hey guys, I know we literally do not like each other, but like let's get something going. So I gotta tip it. Krim, unfortunately, his situation now, he's going to be a content creator. Everybody being blown up from the roster, all the coaches out of the scene. Toronto Ultra now confirming their roster. I mean, now let's roster mania. I mean, roster mania is roster mania. At the end of the day, guys, it's always going to be crazy. It's always going to be who's where, who's going where. Rosters blow up, rosters somehow come back, like the Optic roster. So that's pretty much all we've got for roster mania, guys, for today, or at least for this week. I try not to talk about roster mania like on a weekly basis because there's always something happening, and when we do come back to it, it's always good to just see like the huge mass that's come out. But I mean, now let's get to the fun stuff. The fun stuff. Let's talk about Modern Warfare 2. Oh my gosh. I'm excited. I am excited. Like this, I feel like I'm a goddamn little kid going to Black Ops 2 release night. Like this is some good stuff coming out. And say what you want about the slide cancel. We'll talk about that in a bit, Abby. I'll let you get your spiel on that. But this is looking good. This is looking really, really good. And like this one just right here, manually dropping the bomb. Like, let's look at this real quick. Like, look at this, man. So we've got somebody who picked up the bomb. He just dolphin dives for it. But he's like, wait a sec. I can drop it now. That's huge. That's huge. What do you guys think? 10 plus years. 10 plus years. Like, look, like we've got this thing for 2 years. 2 years. Come on, like 2 years. This is gonna be 2 years. It has to be good. If it's not good, I'm done, man. I'm switching over to Valorant. Like it. This is the make it or break it moment. I know you guys have been running the Challengers Pit. You've been, in your path to pro, and I respect that. But it's just it's so annoying when you have release after release where the game just feels like it deteriorates. And that's why we have that recency bias, that cycle. I don't have the meme on me where it's like the game sucks, we come back off season and we're like, oh, this game sucked, and then the new game comes out and the game is even worse, and then we're like, oh, that game was so much better. But how many years can we suffer of that? Yeah, I agree. You know me. I'm about to get vocal this year. Like this is unacceptable if we have a bad game. And when I'm looking at these things, I'm looking at the early onsets and what we're just seeing from the beta alone. It feels good, and that's why I'm so hyped. And I know what you mean, Abby. You don't want to set your expectations too high. If you expect disappointment, you'll never be disappointed. Shout out, MJ. But it's exciting because it's the bare bones. The beta is always the bare bones, and the bare bones are looking promising. But one thing I know that we got to talk about, Abby, I'll let you go first on this. The slide cancel is back. I mean, it's insane. Mike, what do you think about it, man? Yeah. I I'm hoping so, but continue, Abby. I mean, what was it called? Bird's Eye? Have you seen that? Bird's Eye? I mean, that's immediately getting G8. Like, come on. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the ledge holding. Yeah, yeah. Oh, The snaking is even worse, man. Like I thought like Cell getting that kill on Gav where he was hanging on the ladder was bad. No, this is I mean like you're literally like you've got the arm game of like Dwayne Johnson. You're literally pulling yourself up back and forth within like 2-second repetitions. The forearm that guy must be insane. Like here. That's true. I mean, I pray that you just see like their chest just going back and forth, Like if it is some whack like rat movement, I'm like, look, I'll see y'all in Warzone, all right? Because you would not catch me in multiplayer if that's the case. But I mean, just a little positive. I love the vibrancy. It looks good. I need the color. It's not even a want at this point. I need it. I was playing some CDL playlists on Modern Warfare 2019, and compared to this, dude, Modern Warfare 2019, you feel like you're having shades on, and the operator is like just dark grayed out. It looked nasty. I mean, it did its job, but this looks so much better. Like just looking at these colors, just from this clip of the slide cancel, it kind of reminds me of Rainbow Six Siege. Okay, I could see that. I could see that. I agree. I mean, it looks good, and I like that. I like that. We're finally getting heard from in this instance that we want vibrancy. Like I don't want like come on, man. Like I liked Cold War, but Cold War like if you had that gray operator CDL skin playing on Moscow, watching concrete, like you knew somebody was hiding there, and like you could just run by and your eye just doesn't even bat towards it. So like the vibrancy, it just needs to be more definitive, and this looking at it now is a lot more definitive. Yes, 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 100%. I played. I'm not gonna cap, and this is a confession. I played like one game of World War II. Didn't hop back on it. I was just done. I was done. I was. It was a great COD competitively. Competitively, it was a. It was a good competitive COD. Just like how everybody's like Vanguard sucked. Well, I mean, in competitive wise, I mean, it was decent. It wasn't the best playing it, but in terms of competition, it was good. I agree. I agree. I agree. Okay. Okay. Well, other than that, I mean, it looks clean. It feels clean. Like you're talking about with that Black Ops 3. I still go back to Black Ops 3. I'll hop in some forest, man. I'm telling you, man. It is something that we need because it just makes you feel good. Like you said, it's literally connected to emotion. Like I said, when I hopped on World War II, it was so gray and dull. I was like, hell no, I am out of here. I'm not playing that. Dude, Vanguard was so bad. Oh my gosh. Wait a second. I'm not going to lie here. I don't think they hear y'all. Oh my God. Hold on. No. No way. Have we been talking this entire time and they haven't heard y'all? Hold on. I'm begging. This OBS update, man. Oh my gosh. Talk real quick.
Hello.
There we go. Oh my. I hate
It's all good, Scott.
It's all good.
It's all good, Scott.
We've got the other half of the episode. We've got the other half of the episode.
Eventually, we will get it right 100% through and through.
Why has nobody told me in chat, man?
We got 5 people in here.
We've got 5 people in here, and nobody told me. I mean, they heard me, but the thing is, it's because with this new OBS update, instead of carrying over audio tracks, like audio tracks are more defined. And so like instead of having a Go XLR, you can use your OBS as a quasi Go XLR, which by the way, if you put it into beta mode, it crashes every time. So don't even use it. Just keep doing it normally. And when I made this new scene with the 4-man, it didn't bring over the audio. And I just realized that when you were talking and I was looking at the sources and I was like, wait a second. They're not showing up.
I was looking at that too. I was like, where are we? Like, I'm looking at like where our voices are coming through, and I'm just like, where is it at? But
yeah.
I just was like,
well, audio listeners, I'm glad you got to hear me for a bit, and with those weird interruptions of silence for Mike and Abby. But I mean, hey, we've got the other half of the episode that we're still doing. So I mean, God bless. Thank goodness. Recognition is there. If not, we would have gone a whole episode with no audio. But whatever. We adjust. But okay. But, still on the slide cancel thing. I mean, look at this right here. We talk about the patch notes and stuff, hopefully. Look at how bad this is, man. Look at this. Look at this guy's slide cancel, man. What is this?
Yeah.
See, like, look, right there.
It doesn't even look that bad. Like, I feel like if someone does that on Abby or me, like, they're getting gunned. Like, that's not even a camera breaking one. That's more like just, I don't even know what that is.
It looked like he was going like, like that. Parasite tweet? What did Parasite tweet? But continue. Hold on, continue.
People were saying that your gun pulls up quicker than Cold War and Vanguard with a slide cancel. And I was like, it really doesn't look like it, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played the game yet, so I wouldn't know either.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But, what's it called? Wait, there's an execution! Watch that video! No, go back!
What?
There was an execution on there. What was that?
Where? What?
I don't know. It was as soon as you opened your Twitter. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. By the way, these executions look dope. These look dope. Look at this real quick.
I haven't seen this my first
time. Damn! Yo, he did not just put it where the sun don't shine. Remington, 8-7 in the sun don't shine. Let's look at that real quick.
That's crazy.
You can almost see when his manhood goes away. Right here. Right there. Oh my gosh.
They're brutal with these assassinations this year.
I mean,
I love that. That's what I need though.
I love it too.
That's what I need in my life.
This is that Halo executions, like those are godlike. But so this is what Parasite just said. Shout out Inferno in the chat. I see a lot of bad takes on the timeline regarding slide canceling. The same thing happened in Cold War when it was bugged and people thought it was nerfed. Less movement mechanics is great when it's balanced out by higher TTK and quicker weapon handling. Think BO2. In a game with slower weapon handling and faster TTK, there should be some mechanics buffs to handling speed. Maybe even better map design to prevent this, quote, who sees first, quote, gameplay style. It's not clear cut out as slide cancel bad, and it never will be. I don't know. Thoughts?
I mean, the slide cancel just doesn't look that bad in my opinion. Like it looks like it's nothing. It really doesn't. So I think it'll be fine. But like I said, I haven't played the game. I don't know how it feels. I don't know how it looks like if someone does it on me. But I see videos and it doesn't even look terrible. Like it looks. Like honestly, you're probably better off winning the gunfight not doing it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, uh, I haven't played it yet, so like when I play it, I'll know and I'll be like, oh yeah, this is this is bad or this is good. um, who I was watching? I was watching a clip of I think Kamaza or whatever, and I never saw him side cancel once. He was just running around the map and shitting on people. So like, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna get used like that or not. We'll see.
Interesting. I mean, this is what Parasite had to say. Shout out Tyler DMing it to me. Slide canceling is an interaction with mounting. If you disable mounting, you can't slide cancel, to my knowledge. Mantling will be off in comp, so unless there's another method, you won't be able to slide cancel.
Well, then there we go.
Well, there we go. I mean, and the universe balances itself out.
Like I said, to be fair, I think it's a bug anyway. It's gonna be fixed regardless for the actual game. I don't think there's gonna be slide canceling in this game. But so yeah, I mean there we go. But Scott, the other thing I did send you earlier, but I said don't like the BO4 crack gaming where you're moving in super fast and you're like moving while you do it. That is crazy. That movement is broken. I don't know if you can pull that up, but that was crazy. I don't know if Abby you've seen it or not. That was insane.
BO4 movement in general is just insane to me.
Yeah.
The one you sent in our group here? No, that's a clutch. No, we'll talk about that later. But
no, I sent it to you privately.
Oh.
The bunny hopping, kangaroos jumping around the map. I actually like bunny hopping.
I like bunny hopping too.
I enjoyed the hell out of bunny hopping.
It's fun to do. Like it makes me feel like cool when I do it.
Right? You kill somebody?
I do like bunny hopping. I mean, when that wasn't that something that got nerfed post beta for Vanguard, because I remember we were able to bunny hop a bit on there, but then it just kind of got irrelevant. I don't know. But I like bunny hopping too. I like bunny hopping too.
Yeah, you can kind of do it in Vanguard. I've done it a couple of times, but in Modern Warfare 2019, that was really apparent. It was a real thing. People do it all the time.
Dude, I didn't figure out how to bunny hop until like towards the end of the year, and the snipes with a bunny hop are absolutely OP. Yeah, crazy. But this is what Mike sent to me. Let's see it real quick. Is the crack aiming? I mean, dude, this is weird. This is honestly really weird. Like, take a look at this.
Look at how fast you're moving, though. That's what I'm saying.
That's gotta be a bug.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, when you aim in, it's lunging you forward.
It's the perfect tool.
You see?
Yeah. I feel like it's almost the same speed as running.
I feel like if you up your walking speed all the way and do this, I think that's how you achieve this.
Wait. Can we talk about that? They added walking speed to COD. Like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
dude.
That's what pisses me off, though, because, like, like, it's not just one person said we're going to add this to the game. No, like, it was a boardroom full of people that make the decisions, and one dude was like, went up to like the presentation, and he's like, yo guys, like everyone like pitches in something to add to the game, and this guy was like, yo, we should do walking speed. And then everyone in that fucking room decided, yup, that we're fucking putting that in the fucking game. Like, what are they fucking smoking? Like, that's insane to me. Why is that even a thing?
Well, wasn't it in Cold War as well, when you could crouch on a wall and just move a lot faster, you know?
I don't remember that.
Setting. It's like an actual setting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an actual setting. You can put it from 0 to 100.
Well, much like the mounting, I think that will get canceled out with comp settings. So
I agree.
Hoping. Fingers crossed. Like we said, there is a lot to these bare bones. This is possibly like one of the best bare bones beta that we've gotten, because like I said, there's just so many features, so many things that are being shown that it's honestly kind of really cool. But there's going to be a lot of changes, we can already tell from the beginning of this, that are going to be, changed. Like this walking speed thing, I'm pretty sure disabled. Everybody's going to be stuck at a certain walking speed. I'm not going to be seeing Standy freaking Karen walk on Best Buy to a damn TV. Like, come on.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's going to be all set for everyone.
Yeah, and I mean, my buddy Tyler in chat, he put it a good way. I think they're trying to add more diversity to the classes and the way people play so that everyone isn't forced to play the same way, which is understandable. I think At the end of the day, you play how you want to play. And with like the integration of Warzone 2, I mean, with integration of Warzone, we saw, you know, the just the absolutely discardment of the pick 10 system. Everything was gone. I mean, now you've got like 20 attachments. Let's talk about that real quick. The gunsmith system. Do you guys like that? Be honest with me.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
was a little like, what the like? It's crazy they're doing that, but all right.
Okay.
Me personally, I guess maybe I'm an old head or some. I mean, I'm only 21, but I've been playing Call of Duty since I was 4 years old. I'm playing competitive Call of Duty since I was 12. I've always been used to simple stuff like there's a quick draw, there's a long barrel, there's a fucking stock, there's, you know, shit like that. Like, I'm tired of all these different barrels, rear grips, front grips, stocks, fucking muzzles. Like, I'm tired of that shit. Like, I would rather just go back to. I feel like it increases the skill gap, in my opinion. In my opinion, if everyone has the same gun, that just proves on how good you are with it. But whenever like people have different attachments to like cater more to themselves, like I don't know. I feel like they're just like I feel like they're getting rid of it. And also I feel like with the aim assist too, like they're making different types of aim assists and stuff. Whenever like back in the day when everyone was on like the same thing, I feel like that provided a lot more like bigger skill gap too. In my opinion, I'm just
Yeah.
tired of all these like 200 attachments and
Linear versus,
having to fucking find out which is the best on your gun, and everyone takes like at least like a month to find it because there's just so many damn combinations and shit like that. It's just so annoying, in my opinion.
And then
I just
there's
don't like
like
it.
secret settings or like, oh, linear is giving you more aim assist or type. I hate all that stuff.
Yeah,
I can 100% agree with the aim assist thing. That is just like why do we change that? Why do we change that? What was the reason for changing that? Because I just feel like it doesn't help anybody in this instance because I'm running automatic. The AR across me is running linear. Like what does that mean, Kobe Bryant? What does that mean? You know? Like is he going to be able to just warp his aim on me or am I going to be just having to adjust my aim wherever I go, you know? So that is my biggest pet peeve with the aim assist system. The gunsmith system, I mean, look, man, like at the end of the day, the Warzone integration into Call of Duty, this should have been a separate thing. 100%. Warzone's on its own engine. Multiplayer's on its own engine. Competitive is on its own engine. That's why this whole CDL versus Warzone thing at the end of the day is kind of dumb because everybody has their own way of playing. Like, you know, if there was just like 5 attachments, you know, sight, barrel, rear grip, magazine, bang. Like that's, you know, simple enough, you know, simple as I say. But even then, that's still a lot. I miss the days when it was just, oh, quick draw, foregrip.
Exactly.
Quick
That's
draw,
what I'm saying.
foregrip. And then, you know, Black Ops 1, my MP5K, FMJ, for, Warlord on that with a foregrip. Like easy. That's if it's not broken, don't fix it. Okay?
Exactly.
If it's not broken, don't fix it. And when we're talking about the integration of Warzone and all that into this systems and stuff, it just overcomplicates it, like you said. I mean, as a content creator, I love this because now I'm like, yo, I'm going to get so many engagement by making some whack freaking AR that these guys are going to try out, these viewers, you know? And then they come back and they're like, yo, this AR sucks. And it's like, let me get another video for you. You know, like in terms of content opportunity, it's definitely a lot better. In terms of content opportunity, in terms of competitive opportunity, you know, like you said, you've got a month where everybody's like, yo, try out this, you know, like last year, try out this automaton. And then everybody's like, yo, this one's kind of cracked. And then Parasite's like, oh, I've got actually this automaton. And you're like, wait, this one actually shoots a lot better over range, you know? And then you're like, okay, we finally figured out the automaton. Well, now the STG's got some difference to it, you know? And you're like, what the hell, you know?
I mean, am I like it or not? Warzone was one of the best things that could happen to Call of Duty. Like it
I
or not,
agree.
it truly was.
I agree.
But for competitive Call of Duty, it was the worst thing ever. Like truly. Once Warzone came out, Call of Duty for competitive got so shit, in my opinion. It started like all these
One
like
second.
fucking doors,
Continue.
attachments, and like
Yeah.
different aim assist and all that stuff because it's catering to to the obviously the battle royale community, and there's so many people. I mean, I know people at my high school that like because when it came out, I'm pretty sure I was in high school or like college or whatever. Like people in real life that I know, like after they win, they post like on their Snapchat stories that they won. Kind of like back when Fortnite came out. Like
Mhm.
I mean, I was posting my like
Yeah.
victory royales and how many kills I
Yeah.
was getting. It's the same thing with Warzone. Like I got a lot of people to play it, and which is a great thing for Call of Duty. They made so much money as they should. It was amazing. But for competitive Call of Duty, it really is killing the scene in my opinion. It
Oh
really
yeah,
is.
100%. They're catering more towards them than they are to us. They're listening more towards them, and it's like unfortunate as fuck. And I mean, but yeah,
I mean, yeah, because I mean, it kind of sucks though, because we're still buying the fucking game at the end of the day.
right.
Like I'm still getting fucking Modern Warfare 2. I'm still playing it. I'm still putting in way, but the thing is, we're putting in so much more hours. Like we're trying to like make it like a career off this shit. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Compared to like the random like just a regular person who just plays this with their boys, gets drunk, maybe smokes, whatever. Plays like, yo, let's get on, let's fucking go. And they just play and they suck, and it's like whatever, they play for a couple hours maybe. But compared to us, I mean, I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm sure you be putting in 8, 9, fucking 10-hour shifts or whatever the fuck, streaming, scrimming, going over
Yeah.
VOD, eights, ranked, pubs, custom games, whatever you want to do on your own time. And these motherfuckers just fucking spawn in, land, die off rip, and just to do it again over and over again. And like, it kind of just sucks.
Yeah.
Their
100%.
voice is getting heard more than ours, which is really not cool.
Yeah, it's literally just because it's money. They're money hungry. Literally, like the whoever's running like what is it, Activision? They're just super money hungry.
It is a business at the end of the day, so I literally can't get mad. Like they are
Yeah,
making their money. Like
they literally are,
so.
and that's why they won't get rid of the whole like oh my god, what's it called? The instead of getting like camos for all your guns, you get gun variants.
Oh, the weapon variant. Well, I
Yeah.
will say this year, I'm glad they changed it. It is a lot better. Like, I loved my Ice Drake for my Krig in Cold War, but the moment I change a barrel, it just doesn't look the same. So I'm glad that they changed it now that it's cosmetically the same all around.
Yeah, that's huge.
That is actually huge because I was not gonna buy a cosmetic for like the Attack on Titan bundle, and then I've got to change the gun, and then it looks different.
Yeah.
I was not gonna do that.
But
Yeah.
also, I did also kind of like it. Like back in Modern Warfare 2019 when I had it, I could like put on different, like, like let's say like my muzzle was like red, and then my magazine was like from a different camo, and it was like green, and then like my stock was like yellow, and it was like my whole gun was like different, like part of different guns, and it looked kind of cool. I liked it, but also like let's say that was only if you had a lot of camo or variants for the same gun that were competitive wise. Like let's say like for the M4, like you only had a cool like barrel that was actually competitive, and the rest like wasn't, and like it completely like just your gun doesn't even look cool at all. So like in some ways I'm happy about it, but in some ways I'm also not, because I enjoyed like having different fucking parts on my gun. It made me like feel like, I don't know, it looked weird as fuck, and I like shooting people with a weird ass fucking gun. I don't know, that was just me though, but like yeah.
Sorry that I had to step away for a second. There was a massive spider in my room, and I hate those things, so I had to kill it real quick.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, at the end of the day, this is looking promising. I am excited. Whether that be about the game, the gameplay, the cosmetics, like content opportunities, it is looking bright, and I am glad that it's looking bright, because if not, then 2 years of a bad game, like, come on, man. Like,
I'm quitting.
Literally, I'm going to Smite. I'm going back to Smite, bro. I'm going back to Smite. Like, it's
I will quit. Like I already told myself, if this game sucks, I'm quitting.
Yeah,
So.
I think a lot of people have like literally said that too. I mean, I've kind of said that to myself too. I'm like, I'm probably gonna go to like Warzone or Apex. Like, fuck God.
Yeah. Like I'm still in the CCL, so I'll still play it, but I'm not gonna be putting in extra hours at all. I'm only gonna get on to play my match, and that's it. I'm not gonna do all that shit. Maybe for playoffs, I'll start like playing the game, but like I'm not gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna actually want to play it. So And definitely, if it sucks, I'm not playing it for 2 years. That's for damn fucking sure. So
Yeah.
Right.
I know. So I'm hopeful. That's the right word. I'm hopeful. Because we need to be hopeful in times like this, especially when we've been on such a downturn these last 3 years that, I mean, no expansion, little to no challenger support, and diminishing challenger support at that. I mean, if this does not turn around the culture and the path to pro, I think, like you guys said, it's time to just take your time investments elsewhere, somewhere where it's going to be appreciated more, because even in my end with casting, like if it's not fun to like even watch or play, like, then I'm gonna struggle. I'm just gonna struggle up there, because there's only so much you could talk about at a time. And I mean, another good variable to talk about: no destructible environment. Come on, thank God.
yeah.
No fucking windows to have to open.
Do not talk to me about that top
Dude.
that top window.
Dude. The amount of times that would mess up my timings, I would lose so much full. I'd lose it.
Yeah.
I'd be trying to make a route, and then all of a sudden you just see you're over here playing peekaboo, and then the guy who's playing top fire just absolutely just turns around and he's like, "Oh, I hear them trying to open my window." And there, yeah. No. Thank God.
like-
Thank God.
Losing aim assist through windows, that was crazy.
Oh yeah, Berlin.
Oh my fucking gosh. Or like Gavutu, like on top of the boat, like looking down or looking up. Bro, that was
Yeah.
fucking dumb.
Yep. Yep.
We really have to deal with so much shit, bro.
That's
Yeah,
what
they
that's what
can't
I'm
fix it.
saying. Like this needs to improve. A lot of the improvements we wanted it from Vanguard are here, and that's what I'm glad for. It's just now we've got the right we've got the recipe, we've got the right materials, we've got everything we need now. It's just time to execute. So that's what I'm most excited about. And just to end off on a funny note, let's talk about just the absolutely clown moment that it was of Lil Jon. That Vanguard was doomed from the start. I mean, this is just the best clip that I've seen of all time, man. Of a pre-release. Like let's let the clip do the talking.
Back and like you said, watch the body. That's how you can see it again, Maven.
Patrol.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. But all right, hey, map number 2. Game number 2, we're gonna hop on in right now. It's going to be some Desert Siege
This guy is
action.
faded. I honestly wonder what he's on. Like, I wish I knew what he was on.
Well, this one,
Like what is he doing?
He's blasted out of his mind.
part of, the Call of Duty.
I'm trying to get
Like he sees the guy in front of him here.
It's like kind of one point, instead of it popping to set positions, it's just sort of a constant rotating hard point.
I gotta be baked out of his mind or something. man.
He's probably like, God damn, I'm too high for this shit right now.
Literally.
I don't know, man. I
He
mean,
probably thinks he's actually in the war, low key.
it's just one of those, man. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm excited. Modern Warfare 2 looks pretty good. We keep our expectations low. We see the hope and the potential. Anything you guys want to say before we close?
I mean,
Abby, you want to go
listen-
first or what?
Yeah, listen. The game could be semi-decent. It could even be bad. But as long as we're getting challenger support,
Please!
I'll play. Like,
Please.
the challengers need support. I really wish they would have expanded the league this year, because that would have been amazing. Especially since we're having it for 2 years, it would make sense to expand. But, yeah,
Good
they
point. That's a good point.
definitely challenger support will make like people have that motivation and passion again, even if the game's bad.
Got to give these people something to play for.
Literally.
Facts.
Mike?
The game sucks. I'm quitting. Like, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, that's another.
Team of 2 for Valorant? That's what I'm saying, man.
Oh shit.
Team of 2 for Valorant. I got you.
Yeah, I was coming crazy with the op though. You can't lie.
Shoot, man. If you see more of that stuff at twitch.tv/OGC Sound. No, I'm just kidding. All right. But shameless plug. But I mean, I'm hopeful. I'm ready. This is 2 years of this. 2 years. PC beta comes out next week. I know everybody here is going to be grinding that. I'm going to be grinding that. Let's let's have a good year. Let's have a good year of hope, of prosperity, challenger support, CDL expansions. These are things we've just been asking for from the beginning. And now that we're seeing a couple of the deliverables coming through, why not do it all? Why not do it all? You know, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching this episode of The Storm. We're going to be heading out now. Let's see who's live really quickly just to give them a host real quick. Well, no, I mean, no.
Crossing my toes and my fingers, bro. Crossing my toes and my fingers.
Crossing them indeed.
How do you do that?
Crossing them indeed.
Hey.
You just put the big toe over the over the side toe, you know. That's all you got to do. But man, we'll raid Smixy. We'll go drop.
I fucking love Smixy.
We'll go drop some love to Smixy, one of the best, if not the best, female Warzone player of all time right now.
I mean, I'm gunning her. She's not gunning me, but she's pretty good though.
Damn, you're just doing it like that. All right, everybody. Everybody, thank you guys once again. Much love for all of you guys. Go show her some love. Tell her you're coming in from The Storm with OG Susano, Lightningdajoke, and AzuraAnarchy. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.